was about 7 or 8 years ago that I first met John Contini. I was having dinner with a group of business guys, and John walked in, and John's a pretty big guy. I mean, when he walks into a room, he really makes a statement. He had his cowboy boots on and his suit, and I was kind of wondering, who is this guy? And I got introduced to him, and I was told that he was a defense attorney, and he was the first defense attorney that I'd ever met. And I kind of always wondered, how can a guy be a defense attorney? How can you represent a criminal and feel good about that? And when and I wasn't bashful about asking him, and he said, he says, sometimes good people make bad decisions, and they're humans too, and they need good representation. And he says, and you know what, you might need me someday, who knows, don't rule it out, it happens. So fast forward about 4 years later, one of my relatives got into some trouble. So I'm kind of thinking in the back of my mind, who's a defense attorney? I remember John, and so I gave him a call and asked him if he would help out in the situation. And he sat down with my relative and kind of walked him through, what this really meant and what the consequences of that decision are, and did a great job of not just representing my relative, but mentoring them in such a way that hopefully that this would never happen in their life again. When it came time to go to court, I went to the court, and I watched him in action working with a prosecuting attorney and with the judge. My relative, they got spanked. They had to do some things that they probably didn't really want to do, but it didn't ruin them, and it was probably fair, and that was the thing that John said. He says, I'll always try to do the best I can to get something fair for you. But he's awesome in the courtroom. He knows the courtroom. He knows who the bad guys are. He knows who the good guys are. I don't think there's anybody better suited to be a judge in this community than John Contini. I think he'll be able to do things and have a perspective that other judges who might be more politically involved would do. And I'm going to vote for John Contini on August 26th, and I hope you do too.